We're live.
Hello. Oh my goodness. We had some technical difficulties.
We're always the techie people.
Yeah.
bad techie people.
Issues.
So welcome. We finally made it to our Healthy Happy Hour.
Yes, indeed.
Victoria McCullough here.
Leandra Jackson.
I'm with Her Strength Coaching.
And Peak Oils for Life. And Peak Spa and Wellness.
Yeah, and we are here today to talk about our Sizzle and Sweat. Summer energy and wellness from home. Yes. With a purpose. All right. So we're here to just show you some things and tips that you can do at home for this summer to stay energized, to boost your energy, to beat the heat, and then just to feel amazing with all those within essential oils. So Leandra has brought some little treats.
Yeah, we'll get to that part. Yes, we tried to do a bunch of stuff, but we couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, and then the hotspot wasn't working right.
Computers and phones all over the place. But
we're here for you today.
Yeah. Today we're here at Flow State Jiu-Jitsu in Falcon. It is right off of, I always forget the name of the street right here, Golden Sage.
Yes,
Golden Sage. It's by Peak Gymnastics. We're here today. I teach my 5 a.m. classes here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's only about 45-minute class. On Wednesdays, we get a special treat because Leandra comes in and we do circuit and yoga.
Yes.
So we'll do a little bit of both.
Yeah, we get to do a little bit of yoga, and it's a fun class. I know it's early. It's so worth it. And if you guys can just get up and come and try one class, you will not regret it.
Yep, it's get up, get in, get your workout done, and get on with your day.
Yes.
And it's only $10 drop-in. Right now I'm running a $60 a month special.
Ooh,
so
you can't beat that.
Super inexpensive, 3 days a week, get your workout in, and you'll be good to go.
Yes.
So anyway, a little bit
What is your favorite way to cool down in the summer? You want to go there?
Yeah, let's go there.
What's your favorite way to cool down in the summer?
I like to go to the pool, but
I was just thinking jump in the water.
Jump in the cool water. I like to be in the water.
Yes,
I like to go paddleboarding.
Oh, paddleboarding is so fun.
And just kind of you're in and out. You don't really get in the water, but you're with the water, and it's cooler,
and you can so cool off.
Yeah, and
I'll still get in the water.
I still kind of get in the water,
a
little bit. So if you have a favorite place that you like to go, if you're here in Colorado Springs, let us know. If you like to go paddleboarding or kayaking, tell us what is it that you maybe a fun outdoor sport that you do. I like to go. Wolf Ranch has a small little pond in the back, way in the back, off of Research. I like to go there because it's like 5 minutes from my house. Palmer Lake. I haven't been to a lot of places. I've been to what's the big reserve?
You got 11 Mile. You got Pueblo.
That way. The one that's...
you can go up to Lake George if you wanted to. I don't know all the different.
Yeah. If you have a boat and want to have some friends
that's way cool.
Yeah. Fun things to do. Definitely you want to stay hydrated. Okay. With hydration, you definitely want to add in some fruit, maybe eat more watermelon. I have been on a watermelon kick. I've eaten watermelon like every day. Right now they have the small mini ones.
Do you know you can actually cook and juice the rinds and get even more nutrients out of that?
Did you really?
Yeah, you can juice the rinds and you get so many different antioxidants and nutrients from that. The phytonutrients. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I did buy a juicer, so I've been starting to juice more because that's nice and refreshing. I'll do, I do like my little shot in the morning just to help get me in that extra nutrition, antioxidants, and all the phytonutrients. It helps actually bring down estrogen. So if you're estrogen dominant, it actually pulls it all out. That was one of the reasons I started juicing, was because I was estrogen dominant.
And we can get a lot of xenoestrogens from the different processed foods and chemicals that we're exposed to. And those are the bad estrogens. So if you already have a high estrogen, you want to be able to pull those out of your body. So here's a really good option. It's called Ginger Refresher. So pineapple juice, coconut water, fresh grated ginger, and a splash of lime juice and crushed ice if you want to make it more of like a slushy. Yeah. So that's a really great way to cool down.
Really good. Yeah,
ginger's really good for you. It is warming, but it's still really good for the belly.
Yeah, if you add in like the pineapple juice, coconut water. I'm not a big, some people love coconut water. I'm not a big fan of coconut water. I just don't really like the taste of it. But I like the flavored coconut waters. So there's some flavored coconut waters. Yeah. So this would actually work because then it's flavoring up the coconut. And, you can throw in some cucumber. That's refreshing. You remember, add that to your water just to make it more refreshing. Definitely. I put lemon in the morning. It's a great way to
lemon's great.
Start getting your digestive juices going in the morning.
Helps with detoxing.
Lemon in that. It helps the detox. It helps
water weight. Helps to get rid of the water weight.
And I was away for my birthday this past weekend, so I definitely am on my little detox kick. Trying to come back on that.
There are a couple different oils you can add into that drink as well if you wanted, like the doTERRA oils. You can add a dash of ginger oil. You can add a lime oil. You can add your lemon oil. So those are really great things that you can add into your drinks, just your mocktails for the day and some ice.
All right. So if you have any special like drinks, we would love for you to share. What do you make in this summertime? Tea. Maybe a lot of people like having
different
iced tea, right? I love iced tea in the summer. Green tea, you know, you can
without all the sugar. That's healthier. You can use some different alternatives.
Yeah, I was getting it from that tea. What is that called? That tea company? I don't know. I've ordered a bunch of like black tea is really good. Green tea is really good. That's a really good detox.
I like green tea better because black tea has lots of caffeine. I can't really do the caffeine.
Can't do caffeine.
Can't do caffeine.
In the evening, have some chamomile. You know, lavender, those kind of things.
I drink my mushroom tea, and then lately I've been putting a drop of my spearmint oil in it, and that's super good. That
was the other thing. Yeah, you can make a lot of different mocktails. Snacks. As far as snacks, it's Capri. Is that what you say?
Capri skewers.
So that is, you know, like your grape. You know, you see those when you go to parties a lot of times. You know, you just put it in a bowl.
Little mozzarella balls.
Little mozzarella balls. I like to buy the ones already in the oil.
Yeah.
That already has the seasoning and everything, and then I just put those in with grape tomatoes, and this one has basil, balsamic glaze, olive oil, and you can use basil oil. I didn't know you guys had a basil oil.
Yeah, we do have a basil oil. I haven't actually ingested it unless it was in a capsule, but like I haven't used it because I usually always just use fresh herbs, but basil's got so many different amazing versatility benefits to it. So
so that's a good little snack. You know, the mozzarella balls, get them in that are already, you know, marinated in the oil.
If you can do cheese.
Grape tomatoes. I'll also add in cucumbers and onions, red onions, and just make like a kind of like a salad. It's nice, fresh.
Yeah, that would be good. Cucumber salad is so good. It makes me think of cucumber salad.
Cucumber salad, or make pasta and throw that all in a pot and just like use some whole grain pasta. Oh, that would be good. And then you can even throw in. You can make a full on like Italian, with pasta. Throw in some. I was thinking pepperoni or so, like some protein.
My friend makes a really good like salmon pasta. It's really yummy.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, because you could always add in your protein. So make sure you're eating protein. One of the things that we're doing.
What do you do for your snacks in the summertime? So we don't have to cook. Like we don't have to heat up the house.
What we do is grill. In the summertime, we grill.
Grilling
a lot, so we're not heating up the house, and then just making everything outside that we can.
So let's move on to your exercise routine.
So we also have a Sizzle and Strength. Move your body, boost your mood. And there are some things that you can do. Again, you can come here in the morning at 5 a.m.
Absolutely.
Nice and cool. I'm also now at Fit Body Camp off of North Carefree. I am pretty much there all the time right now. But those are only 30-minute workouts. You can come out to that. Or if you just are short on time and you need to get something done at home and you really can't leave, maybe because your kids are home and you don't want to worry about sitters, you can do this workout. It's 3 rounds. So basically, you're going to have to
let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to stand here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do, okay? So you can do some body weight squats, all right? So you don't need equipment, okay? Yeah, so a regular body weight squat, you just want to make sure your knees stay behind your toes, keep your chest up nice and tall, and just stand it up. Push through your heels.
Squeeze your glutes. 15.
15. So all you're going to do is 15 body weight squats, okay? If you have some weights, add some weights, okay? You can always increase that. And on the squats, if you have any knee issues, you can just go to a chair and just sit and stand off of a chair, okay?
That's a good idea.
And that would help you kind of with...
Yeah, and make sure your knees don't go beyond your toes. Keep your feet back.
So push your hips back. And then
your weight should be more in the heels. And then push up.
So on the wall squat, you want to make sure your hands are shoulder width and just coming in, okay? So
how far are we standing back?
You want to stand back far enough, like arm's length.
Okay.
A little bit beyond that.
We don't want to be straight up and down. You want to be away from the wall.
You don't want to be right here because that's not really... Okay. You go closer, you go with a little less...
Far enough to get our elbows to the ribs.
Yeah, so if you want to do tricep, you're going to go elbows pointing down.
Okay, elbows all the way to the wall.
All the way to the wall. So your elbows are going to go all the way to the wall. Your hands are, and you're pushing away from the wall.
Nice.
Okay, if you want to do more chest, you're going to go wide. And your elbows are going to go out to the sides. Okay, the lower you go. So you can do the wall push-up the less impact it is, the closer you get. You know, I mean, this is kind of too close. You want to just have it,
Okay.
you know, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away,
Yeah.
so that you're actually getting some sort of, you know,
Some strength training. Okay.
And you can go down to the floor. So if you're going to go down to the floor, you can always do the same thing. Hands are underneath your shoulders, pushing straight up. You drop your knees. Okay, a lot of people want to do this and put their butt up. That's not a push-up.
Yeah, don't do that.
The best way to do is lie down on the ground, push yourself up. That's the position that you want to be
So you're
in.
at like a angle.
Yeah, so you always want to have your shoulders and your butt aligned, okay? You shouldn't have your butt booty in the air, okay?
Okay.
So that would be that.
And tickle the ribs with your elbows.
Yep.
If you want to get more.
So you're going to do 15 bodyweight squats, 10 wall push-ups, and 20 alternating lunges or step-ins or step-ups.
Okay, alternating.
So you can go forward and do forward lunges, do totals. So do 20, do 10 on each side. The goal is to get all the way down if you can't, and you can only go.
Watch your knee over your toes.
Here, same thing. You want to make sure that knee stays behind your toe. Okay?
Yeah.
And then if you want to do reverse reverse lunges, you're just basically stepping back. Okay,
we're going
trying
backwards.
Trying to drop that knee as low as you can.
And what's the different muscles that we're using in each of these?
So this one forward, you're using more quads.
More quad. Okay.
When you're going back, you're also using the quad because you're stepping back, but you're getting more.
Feels like more hamstring and glute when I'm going back.
More hamstring and glute back here. Okay, so a lot of times it's more challenging when you go back. So you may need something to support you.
Well, yeah, hand on a chair would be good.
Yeah, so hold on to a chair, step it back.
Yeah.
And coming up. Because this one, you're basically using your glute, not this leg. You're working this leg. So if you're going back, all the impact is here. You're coming up, so it's your glute.
Pressing into your heel when you're coming up. Okay.
Your heel. When you're going forward, you're pushing off. All right?
Whoop, I didn't do that.
So 10 on each side.
Would that be, would you consider side lunges an alternating one too?
That would just be another body part. You're using more of your
adductors.
Your adductors, yep. So you're working, and you can do the side ones like she's doing. But when you do those, just make sure, again, your knee stays behind your toe. You're pushing your hips back. Okay?
I'm not going back far enough.
Back. There we go. There we go. You kind of go at an angle.
Then I want to make sure I'm in your video.
There we go.
See it.
Yeah, get in both videos. Yeah, move from here to there. So you can add the side lunges in. I would do that. I would add front, reverse, 10 front, 10 reverse, and then 10 total on each side. Because it's a little bit different. And then but first thing before you even get to that, you want to make sure that you do warm up. So just march in place. Get those arms moving. Get those shoulders.
High knees.
You can do some high knees. You just want it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Try to warm yourself up, and yeah, that's about it. So it's going to hit everything. It's pretty much going to get everything.
It's
you
like
want
a
your
full
legs,
body.
You want your upper body.
Getting your upper body,
your chest, your back, your shoulders.
Little cardio.
All of those, and then get that little bit of.
You can do butt kicks.
And then do anything that's going to get your heart pumping a little bit more. And then, of course, that's indoor stuff. If you want to go outside for a 20-minute walk, you can do walking lunges down. As you're walking down the sidewalk or wherever you're at. Do walking lunges.
Yeah.
Stop. A lot of times I used to just time myself in 30 seconds of a light jog or walk, and then stop and then do like 10 squats or 10 lunges, and then go 30 seconds and trail.
Or those trails that are around the parks, they'll have those little circuits that you can stop and do. Yeah. But that's just you got to make sure you're using correct body mechanics. Don't hurt yourself. Be aware of your body.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Try to challenge yourself to take a 20-minute walk every single day. Is one of the most underrated exercises or activities that people can do, and they don't realize that they are going to be burning extra calories, kind of keeping your digestive tract going. You want to stay moving. So
and
get
it helps
outside.
Mental health.
It's beautiful. Yep. And get some vitamin D if you can before work or during lunch.
So many people are vitamin D deficient, and then I'll ask them well, do you get outside for 15 minutes a day? And they say no.
Yeah. And that's all it is.
Come on, you just got to get out in the sun for a little bit.
Here's
when
another
doing
suggestion.
Some movements. Yeah, I've got some
peppermint.
Really good oils that
I have deep rub on right back.
I put deep blue on my shoulder before I came because I don't know if you can see. I got a big old cup spot there. Got a big old hickey, but I put a cup there. My bicep tendon's been bugging me, so I put some deep blue and some helichrysum on there, and that's really great to put on after your activities. It's also for peppermint's really good for cooling. So I made this I make these cooling sprays, and it's really nice. You just spray it all over you.
It feels and you smell.
Yeah, and it'll like cool off the skin.
That's a great thing to keep in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Or keep in your purse.
Yeah,
if you're
just
running
keep
around
on you.
And you feel like,
it really only has distilled water, witch hazel, peppermint, lavender, and lemon.
Smells yummy.
Yeah, this one has lemon. Yeah, so those are the really good ones for this.
I have deep blue on my hip.
Yep, and then the deep blue is definitely a plus because it's also cooling. And then if you start sweating, you can feel it again.
Yeah,
it's like it starts to come back.
Yeah. Again. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. Well, these are some of the other ones that you can use.
For mood boosting, you can use Citrus Bliss, which is an amazing summer oil. Wild orange, the citrus oils are always wonderful for mood boosting. Zendocrine is a great complex in order to detox. So like you were saying, you went on your birthday and you need a little detox after, which is understandable. We went on a trip to Texas and, you just eat cheap food or restaurant food. And so, yeah, you need to detox a little. TerraShield is really good bug repellent. So don't go buy all that stuff that has the chemicals in it. You can make your own. And I have one right here that I can put in for a drawing. If you want to respond to this video, you can win this free bug spray. And that has TerraShield, which is a blend for bugs, has lemon, eucalyptus, and peppermint, and witch hazel and citronella. So all really great.
Citronella.
Yeah, citronella is always really good for the bugs. So spray drawing.
Yeah, just say,
Tag bug spray drawing.
I forgot a word. All right, Sizzle.
Yeah, there we go. Sizzle and
Sweat.
There we go.
Sizzle.
Do that.
If you just drop Sizzle in there, we'll put you in for a drawing. All right.
That's one thing you're going to do to make you feel your best. Yeah, and to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Whether it's physically, emotionally, digestively, anything that's going to help you feel good. So definitely want to know what you're doing, what you would like to do. If you feel like you need help incorporating anything into your daily routines, let us know.
All right. So thank you for joining us. And don't forget, join us again next month. Mondays, next month, we can probably do it maybe a little bit earlier. So hopefully it's called Glow and Grow. Glow and Go, Summer Radiance and Confidence. All right. Join us. Thank you for being here and watching. If you watch this on replay, say replay. We'd like to see who's watching it.
You can find me on YouTube, Leandra Jackson 1X, and you can follow any of my self-care videos. I am gradually growing those, and I'll be adding in some other like podcast sort of things over the next couple months. On Facebook as well. You can also find my website, peakoilsforlife.com, and you can come and talk to me about any type of nutrition, massage therapy, that kind of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Same here.
And don't forget to stretch. Make sure you're stretching after your exercises. It's so important. We need that flexibility and that range of motion in our bodies. So I do have some good stretching videos on my YouTube channel, so check it out.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
10-minute trainer on this channel where you're at on YouTube.
She's got a lot of good 10-minute trainers.
You can also find me at herstrengthcoaching.com.
All right.
Have
bye.
a great day.